message of seer, the empath, and the light worker. I do not take on, to really meditate, pray on this, that I do not take on the empath or the light worker on because these are referenced to more of the New Age. But seer is more of the term I take on due to its biblical nature, that it would be more living in reality, but the ability to see past the surface level of our reality. And it's almost like intuition, I would say. You're intuitive for events and things to come. Like, you don't read the future, but you perceive it. And so, the examples I can give you, you know someone's about to call, and they haven't called yet, even minutes ahead. A text message would come, and you already knew it. You knew these things would happen. You knew all this was coming. And rest assured, things can either happen good or bad in someone's life, determining on who they're listening to or what they're listening to, a message, according to what you receive and the things you don't receive, the things you accept and the things you decide to ignore. It really goes into determining somebody's destiny in life, good or bad. And things you have to remember is it worth it? Well, yes, it is worth it. It's worth it because it's giving you a mental framework of reality and a spiritual framework. It's like a painting. And you can take it or leave it however you wish. But when something is revealed, and this is the thing about the higher power, is many people would not trust this higher power and don't, because the thing is about the spiritual framework with this, how he works would be doing something that's out of the logic of everyday human existence and reality, doing something that seems crazy to others. But it's not. All for the greater good. And it all would seem like everything would come falling apart, everything's really working out good. Good. seer. It's someone, and this seems funny, it can also mean be someone that someone else's people are coming up to ask for advice and things that they're unsure about, but they would end up coming to you. And it can be for any type of reason. Just as that, any type of reason. Maybe even to get advice for things that are in the unseen because they're futuristic. But at the same time, seers are not psychics because that's against the Creator. We're just being intuitive and knowing the things to come, but I would wish someone would just pray and meditate for their own lives, but they're not psychics because that works outside of the logics and reality of the Creator and actually is working against you. It's not anything I would advise someone to do, and really not to visit anybody like that. You've been seeing stuff. Well, seer has been seeing stuff since they were born. I can tell you my death experience is like a framework or a painting, but a framework of that. And the things that have happened to me and been shown and revealed to me totally speak for themselves. I'll say that. But the time will come in your uncertainty. You'll know what to do. You'll know. You'll know what to do. In that time, wherever you may be caught up in and doing, you'll know exactly what to do. Pray, have concordance with the higher Creator, which would be God. And know that the Creator wants what's best for us and for you and I. So you keep that and continue on with that. You'll know where to go and exactly what to do. You'll know exactly what to do, friend. Fear can also come as a reference to give you guidance or give you a warning of your life, what is to come. What you're caught up in, you would tell this to them, but explaining something good or something bad that will come, because it's intuitive. It's not seeing the future. It's more of a perception of it, but it's not seeing into it. These are different things. And the perception really come by what does this mean, as in it could be revealed through a sign, through symbols, numbers, I like the passage of Numbers within Scripture and the Bible, because the higher creator would deal with numbers, so he would reveal something, he could reveal it through numbers, through signs, through symbols. And I can tell you, if a lot of people think they're getting confused with the things I'm saying, but like maybe this is New Age. Well, a lot of the things in New Age was actually stolen from heavenly things and Scripture and Christianity and the Bible, and used for selfish purposes, given to humanity to use for selfish purposes, because so many people would want power to gain, let's just be honest with ourselves, materialistic things. It's just that simple. And so moving forward, I kind of would use the seer as like almost like a reverence guide, as in he or she, it could be he or she, passes over wisdom, but maybe it's not always the wisdom you would take, but it's still wisdom. And going back to another message, that some people like to kill the messenger because they don't like how they sound, how they look, something. Because maybe that oppressed person, and maybe the things, the entities that are hanging around them, is framing that person to be a bad person, but they have the right message, but you would only take the message from someone who would resemble someone you would like, of an outside framework. But it's they're trying to deliver, and so many people miss so many opportunities because of this, to really benefit them. And so most people miss these opportunities, miss a good opportunity to come in their life, almost like you could say it would be a blessing, and they would miss it. We get all these blockages in our minds for parts that are not renewed in us. The renewing is almost like renewing with water, because you can't find anything more cleaner than water, because water is see-through. It's clear, there's no impurities. Clean water is pure. Because why? Because it's water. What do I think? I think of something clean when I think of water. And it's just like the Creator. I think of the Creator like water, nothing dirty, just clean. And so, take the seer's message, or even take the man or woman of the Creator, of the higher Creator. They're giving and delivering something to you. Pray, meditate on it. If you're unsure, pray, meditate on it, and then take it from there. But don't just rush to ignore it all because you didn't like the outside appearance of the person or their voice or anything else. The mental or the framework, mental physical framework of the person. Pray, meditate always on these things. Always. Things good would be shaken. What happened? What happened? You sure? And so, Find your destiny so you have a clear path in your life of where you are going. Pray and meditate on this. Pray without ceasing. Always. Pray for whatever that comes to mind. Pray. Meditate and pray. It's almost like, if you think about it, we are in a story, and this reality we are in. But we are in our own history books about framing out our creators, like framing out our lives. So we're technically, it's like we are in a story, and most don't even realize it. And like I said, going back to the beginning of this video, whatever messages you take to receive, doesn't matter if it's from your friends, family, whoever, be wise about what and who you listen to, and also not even just that, what you receive from that, from whoever. Be wise. Because sometimes the messages we take, the voices we listen to, the things we hear, and you can have opinions flying from left corner, right corner, up and down, family, friends, maybe even you're driving to work, you're listening to the radio in your car, you turn on and listen and receive the wrong message because the darkness works and runs through the airwaves, through this world. And we'll give messages, and we take even just the one wrong message will determine, it's like our whole lives ahead. And that we should have never taken, friend. We should have never taken. And so, ask ourselves, where did we go wrong in life? Where did we go wrong? Well, sometimes, friend, that can be a number of things, but like I said, be wise about who you are listening to. At worst, you can listen to the wrong message, but as long as you don't receive from that wrong message, you are good. It's just about, if you listen, because so many people will listen to the wrong messages and not just listen to it, because it isn't just listen to it and ignore it. They received from it, and like it was almost like a water fountain, they kept drinking from it. Or a cup. Wisdom and discernment would pave our framework and our destiny And it wouldn't just be like you could have a better destiny, because it wouldn't be like shifting back and forth. It wouldn't be going all over the place in chaos. It would be almost like a straight in there. It would be a better path, straight. But it would give us a better angle about where we are going, where we need to go. Very nice. So choose wisely would be the important thing of this message. Choose wisely. Seer. You encounter someone who sees, because it's not just someone just believes in God. It would be someone who was born with these traits. And like I said, through my death experience of a meeting and touching the hands of, I don't know if that had something to do with it, but since I've been young, growing up, the veil was lifted more, shown things I could see. And different things shown to me. Sometimes you can't always explain. You just know that they're there. And that's it. And that's it. Fire and ice.